y'all had me muted.
All right, I'm sorry. This is the first time for me to do one like this.
Yeah, y'all had me muted on your end.
I'm like, oh my Lord, man. Yeah.
Yeah, you had me muted on your end.
I finally get Butterbean on, and we got you muted.
I see that. All right, let's get this done. I got
Let's
a
go.
lot to do there.
Will you be able to give me 30 minutes, you think?
Maybe 15, 20.
All right. Let's go for it. You ready? All right. On the show tonight, I got Butterbean by live chat video call. And I want to talk to you, man, about your Mr. Bean's barbecue restaurant.
All right.
I want to talk to you about, I want to know the real Butterbean. I know you've been on 1,000 podcasts and everybody's asked you about fighting so and so and so and so or whatever, but I want to know you. Looking at online, your baked potato dude looks like a youth football.
Yeah, we believe in big portions.
I see that. Even like on your barbecue sandwiches and your cheeseburgers and all that. I mean, it's like a hungry man's meal,
Yeah, we don't want people leaving hungry.
No,
you get what you pay for.
That's right. Calling you today on the 12th anniversary of the tornadoes, and I know you'd probably had you been in your house about 2 years, something like that, when they come through?
No, I've been here for a while. Yeah, a good while.
Yeah. Are you still in the house that you'd bought from Walker Brothers?
No, I live down by the lake.
Oh, okay. Smith Lake?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah.
I live on the damn road.
You live on the damn road.
On the damn road.
That's what people used to say about whenever you went fishing, they say, go get you some damn bait if you're going to the dam,
Exactly.
What I was going to talk with you about, a lot of stuff, is just kind of how you got started. I know the guys in the factory kind of taught you into doing a tough man, that kind of stuff. Do you think you would have ever started that do you think you would have been where you are to now if those guys wouldn't have pushed you to try it?
No, it was a dare, and the dare blew up and went crazy and started knocking people out and having a good time, and it just worked out great for me.
Yes, it did. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing you was not in. You were in boxing, you were in kickboxing, you were in
MMA, a little bit of everything, from tough man to professional kickboxing.
I want to talk.
I've done it.
Oh, you have, man, and you had no training for the kickboxing?
No. The first time I went in, I did an MMA fight, and it was a kickboxing type fight, and after he kicked me a couple times, I went and just knocked him out pretty quick, and said, I got to learn how to, defend myself against these kicks.
Those guys are huge, man. Watching a lot of those highlight videos and stuff, man, those guys are huge. That one guy.
Well, I was never a small guy myself.
Yeah. You can pack a punch though. I mean, you can
knock a few out.
Yeah, I got your stats wrote down. You knocked out 58 people out of 97.
I just was on record. I've knocked out a lot more than that. A lot of the fights, the fights, if it's not sanctioned in a place, it don't go on your record. But I fought a lot of fights in states like Arkansas and places like that.
Right.
And they didn't have a commission at the time, so they didn't go on my record.
Right. Did you like whenever you started out, was it like Tank Abbott, Royce Gracie, some of those kind of guys whenever you started out in the tough man?
It was a little bit before that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
See, I
fought tough man for a good 5 or 6 years before I turned pro.
Now, what was the reason for kicking you out of that? That didn't really make a whole lot.
Well, once you get so experienced, they don't want, when you show up and they have, let's say, 35, 40 heavyweights.
Yeah.
And then I showed up and all of them dropped out but one. It's not really that good of a show then.
Right, yeah. So when they knew you were coming, they didn't want no part of it, did they?
Pretty much like the show I'm promoting this weekend in Birmingham, they have to have under 5 amateur wins.
Right.
We have feature fights on the card too, which are a couple TikTokers and my son. They're going to fight Saturday, which are feature fights.
Oh, nice. Okay, so like the main card, your son's one of the main cards then.
Right, yeah. We're having basically a tough man style fight. We got over 100 fighters. We had to cut off fighters. We had so many people sign up in Alabama.
Really?
We had to finally cut it off, didn't let no more sign up because we had over 100 fighters.
Do you have anybody I
So
can fight, like a girl or anything?
we got women signed up too. It's gonna be a great night. I mean, Friday and Saturday. You're in Alabama, ain't you?
Yeah, I'm in Coleman, man.
Well, hell, you need to come down to the Zamora Temple this weekend,
Yeah.
and hell, we can do a live thing from there if you want.
Man, I would love that. I'm serious. And I may end up making it down there. You've got that fight. Okay, so it's gonna be the 28th and the 29th. Both
28th and 29th. My son and the two. I don't know if you watch much on TikTok.
yeah, I watched pretty good bit.
You ever seen Jimmy Mooney? The fastest and strongest. You gotta know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think I have. I think I have, honestly.
One of his videos had 21 million views.
Oh
That's a
wow.
lot of views.
Yes, it is.
And then we got a guy fighting called the Crazy Hillbilly. Both of them are tough.
Now the
Jimmy, a
crazy
lot of people give him a
is the one
hard
with the long
time.
hair.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jimmy, they give him a hard time because he's had several fights canceled, and they're saying he backed out. So I'm making sure that everything goes forward. The fight. I'm not, this promotion's a solid promotion. It's going to happen.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna
That's
be
why
good.
we're doing. That's why we're doing a live stream on it. You can watch it if you're anywhere in the U.S. or in the world. You can watch it on a live pay-per-view stream, which you're going to run at the end of, at the bottom here for
Yeah,
me.
I'm gonna run this. I'm gonna run a link on here. So if somebody's listening to this and they want to click on that link, it will take them to your page.
And it's less than $25 for both nights.
Oh, nice. Okay, so it's
So you're gonna get to watch over
Mhm.
120 fights for less than $25,
Right. Yeah.
and you get to see my
Son.
son's first boxing match.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah. So your son, who's he fighting? What's the stats on it?
I'm not really revealing that yet. It's gonna
Oh,
be a
I got you.
surprise for
Okay.
him. I don't want him knowing.
I
I
don't
never
blame
like to know who I was fighting. I don't want fighter, him to try to adapt to who he's gonna fight.
Right.
I
Yeah. So
want them to have to adapt to his style.
oh yeah. Yeah. So he don't so the person he's fighting don't know, and he don't know
Well,
who
they
he's
know they know he's fighting him. He don't know who he's fighting.
okay. Okay. How old is he?
He is 28. No way, how old's Caleb? 32.
32 years old. Okay.
32.
Yeah.
So
Is he
yeah, I mean he's been training, on and off his whole life because he's been around it his whole life, but never really had an actual boxing match.
that's gonna be cool, man.
He was actually lined up to fight once before, but the guys backed out.
What's Butterbean's son?
There you go.
Hey, listen, let me tell you, if I saw you or your son coming at me with boxing gloves, I wouldn't have to drink a Red Bull to grow wings. I would look like a flash. I ain't kidding. Hell, I'd be in another area code by the time y'all even figured out that I'd left.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, he's a beast. It's gonna be a great night. I mean, we're having a lot of fun doing it
Yeah, and that's in Birmingham.
in Birmingham.
What
I'm
time's it start?
co-promoting. It's called Butterbean's Roughest and Toughest Brawl.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, I may try to make it down there.
Like I said, it's Friday and Saturday. Caleb and the other TikTokers are fighting. They're gonna be there Friday, but they're fighting on Saturday.
Okay, that's what I
And you
want
can
to.
buy, like, if somebody wants to just buy one night, they can just get the one night. I think Friday is like $10. Saturday's like 15.
$10 to go watch some fighting. I mean, that's cheap.
That's cheap.
You
Well,
can't
we did
go
it there where everybody can afford it. We're not trying to be greedy. We just want to be able to, cover the expenses of actually televising it. Now, in a month and a half, it's going to replay on UFA, United Fight Alliance,
Okay.
which they hit over 150 million homes.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah.
it's going to be out. The fight's going to be out there. But if you want to wait a month and a half, you can watch it for free. But it'd be well worth paying it and getting to watch it live as it happens.
Oh yeah. $10. I mean, you can't even go to a gas station and buy a Coke.
No.
A candy
You can't
bar.
go to McDonald's and buy me and wife a burger for $15.
The only thing on the dollar menu anymore is extra sauces.
That you buy right. Buy it right.
Look, when I've told everybody about having you on this podcast, every single person has asked me about one thing. And I'm not one of these people that's going to beat a dead horse. I've watched a lot of videos of you. I remember you growing up. You've always been big time. I mean, you've always have. And I've got to know which fight was tougher, Johnny Knoxville or Bart Gunn?
Pretty much both of them was pretty easy fights. I mean, Bart could have been tough if Bart would have come out just swinging.
Oh
Bart
yeah.
wanted to become a boxer and trying to punch and jab, and it just didn't do him good. I mean, he got messed up bad. Now Bart got the worst end of the deal than Johnny did. Johnny hit his head on a case on the way down, but Bart was out for a long time.
I heard Bart, it was like 2 weeks later. You know what I mean? Like it's like, hey, he knocked me in the next month.
Oh yeah, Bart was out cold.
Now, did you get to hug Sable after that fight?
Well, I knew Sable. That was a whole different pay-per-view. I knew Sable really well.
Okay.
Me and Mark Merrill, which they're divorced now, but me and Mark are still good friends.
Okay, that was Sable's husband, I guess.
Yeah, it was at the time.
Yeah. It's just pretty
Now
impressive.
she's married to Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar? What a
Yeah.
weird. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Brock Lesnar would eat me for breakfast.
Sable's really nice. I love her to death. She's really sweet.
She's a very pretty lady. I remember growing up, man, watching wrestling. Wrestling was huge when I was a kid. I mean,
Yeah, it's big now. I
Yeah.
was just at WrestleMania this last week or 2 weeks ago. WrestleMania 50 or whatever it is at now.
Oh yeah, it's up there. Yeah. Do you get like when you go to stuff like that, do you get recognized as far as do they let you backstage? Do you get to go in the ring and all that kind of stuff now? Or is it more
Well,
like
I mean, yeah, if you're not scheduled to go in the ring, you don't go in the ring. But yeah, I get backstage access, things like that if I want.
that's cool, man. That's awesome. Talking about your Sega game. We were talking about this earlier.
Which one?
The Tough Man Sega game.
Oh, okay,
You're
yeah, that was the first one.
You were the main person you had to beat. It was like Mike Tyson's
Yeah.
Punch Out, but it was Butterbean's Punch Out.
Right. That's a pretty cool game, really is. I mean, it's at the time it was pretty high tech too.
Oh yeah, I guarantee you. And
you were still
just an everyday Joe working still.
I was working in a factory when that game come out.
Wow. Yeah. I mean that's huge, man. Did you ever play it much?
Well, I played it a good bit with the kids, yeah, no doubt.
Did they ever beat you and rub it in your face?
No, I even have the cheat codes on it, because the when the guys design it, they always have these little special codes they have that you got to work your way up and just punch them in makes it a lot easier.
So everybody else was hitting like the A and B, and you're like hitting the select button because you knew that was like a secret code to like.
Exactly, you knew which code to punch in. Made you invincible. Yeah.
Gives the super punch. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, yeah, man. IBA heavyweight champion.
Well, I held the IBA, WBU, WAA. I held 4 different titles in boxing.
Really?
And I held the Elite One MMA world title out of Canada.
You fought across the country a lot, didn't you?
Well, I fought all over. I fought in Japan a lot.
You love Japan.
Love Japan. Japan's a great country to fight in. Huge fight. Like here in the U.S., a big fight crowd's 15 to 20,000.
Yeah.
There you're looking at 80,000.
Oh wow. Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm not making fun, but they're a lot smaller. And you can get a lot more in an arena.
Do you understand the people over there?
Not really. I don't speak the language. None at all.
Is it just kind of like
you know what? When it comes to fight fans, like especially with MMA, they're very knowledgeable. Like a lot of U.S. guys, a lot of the fans they don't understand a lot of the moves, and in Japan they know the moves, they know what's happening. They actually are into it a lot more than we are here in the U.S.
Right. So they're more like they kind of, I guess they're in the know of like all the fighting skills.
Well, then they have cards too. Like they don't do it in the U.S. so much. Like if you get a yellow card, it's a warning. Like if you're holding too much or whatever, but you get a red card, it means you're taking part of your purse away.
Oh wow! So they
here I haven't seen it in the U.S. as much, but like over in Japan, they'll warn you a couple times, and then they bring out the red cards, which that takes 20% of your paycheck right off the top.
Oh wow!
So they know how to keep the fighters doing what they want them to do. If somebody's grabbing, they give them the yellow card warnings. They give them another warning, and then they'll give them the red card, and then you lose the money.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I
Or
kind of
you just lost money.
other countries and stuff. Um,
Yeah.
but you, I got all kinds of notes wrote down about you. I'm trying to figure out what I want to ask you next. You're an interesting guy, man. I mean, you really are. You've been in every
I've
single thing. You've been in movies. You've been in TV shows. I mean, you are. There's
I've
just a,
fought every kind of combat sport there is. If it's
yeah,
a combat type of sport, I've done it. Well, except slap. I don't even know if that's considered a sport yet. The slapping BS stuff is
I
just
got that wrote down
ridiculous.
too. You would be badass at that.
Well, I'd love to do it. I mean, if there was money involved, I'd jump on it.
Well, Dana White, ain't it Dana White that's now got that like,
I don't know. I don't know.
I want to sign you up. I want to be your sponsor. Yeah, because I know you're going to do great at it.
Yeah, I would. I'd mess somebody up.
But ever, I mean, there's very few people that's ever beat you besides a draw or a decision or, you know what I mean? Like, I would love to see you in a slap contest. I really would. I
But
think,
that out of all combat, I've done boxing, kickboxing, MMA. Hell, I even done sumo one time for a charity. So I pretty much I've done it.
yeah. What's in the plans for you? I mean, are you going to go back and try to fight anymore? I know you're really great.
I was in bad shape for a while, so I went and done a reality show with Diamond DDP.
Oh, yeah. Diamond Down.
Um, I got back mobile again, so I'm doing pretty good. I'm just trying to see what offers are coming, and right now I'm doing some promoting.
Yeah.
Helping promote some fights and having a good time doing that.
Yeah. That's good, man. I mean, that tells a lot about who you are, too. I mean, you want to see these, younger stars and
Well,
stuff.
everybody's got to have a chance to get started. So, I mean, I want to give them a platform to get started on like I did.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it really takes people investing in you. I mean, I had Shane Quick on here this week also that started Rock to South, and he worked at Louisiana Pacific with me, which is a factory. And people kept pushing him, go for your dreams, man. Stop talking about it and go for it. You know what I
Well,
mean?
kind of to that. When I first started, I had to move up north, and I was kind of debating if I wanted to leave my job and move up north and start
Right.
training there. But somebody told me, a good friend of mine said, "Hey, look, if you never change, you never get ahead.
That's right.
You
Yeah.
can stay doing what you're doing, but if you don't change, you're not going to get ahead.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you've got to take the chance.
You got to take a gamble on it."
Because if you don't, you have no clue what the turnout's going to be if you don't try it,
And if somebody's determined, they can do anything. You can accomplish pretty much, well, except being president. That's a little more trickery than people think, but you hear that all your life. You can do anything if you put your mind to it. Being
Yeah.
president's a little bit out there, a little bit of cheating or whatever going on, but anything else you can accomplish, it's realistic.
That's right. I've been doing a lot of studying on you, which I've always grown up knowing you. You always kind of been, even though you're not from Coleman, you've always kind of been a local favorite of, I mean, people
Well,
look,
I'm a local Alabama guy, so I mean, yeah, thank
you're,
you.
you spell America, man. I mean, you got the America trunks on going in there to
Well,
fight.
I've always worn because I'm proud to be an American.
That's right. I am too. And I've been reading some of the stuff about you with the bullying, and bullying's becoming very serious. I mean, there's
Especially
little
with
girls.
social media. It's even horrible with social media on top of it.
Yeah, it is. It really gave people a gateway to be able to make fun of people and stuff. And there's no, I mean, they don't have any consequences to it, you
You're
know?
right.
Yeah. What would you say to somebody that's younger, that's maybe getting bullied? I mean, just keep your head up and keep going. And
You
what
know,
would
it,
you, the
it,
bull?
it'll backfire on them in the long run. Karma's a bitch. It'll get them.
It will, yeah. Most bullies I've
It'll
ever known
get them.
not fight. I mean,
No. They're cowardly. That's why they do what they do.
that's right, yeah. They pick on people they know they could, if it come down to it, they could beat up, and it's terrible. It
Exactly.
little, even little girls. I mean, they're mean, man.
People can be brutal. I mean, you expect it from kids because that's just how kids, grow up and learn things. But there's so many adults that are bullies and they just don't even realize it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure of it. Yeah, I've never got the opportunity to bully. I would have got my ass whipped.
But hey, look, I gotta go. I gotta get some more stuff done with this fight. But look, let's do something at the fight. If you're gonna be around, if you are thinking about coming, let me know.
Okay.
We'll even set you up a little spot to do. We'll do a sit down. You can interview Caleb and the other two TikTokers even.
All right. I'm on. What night would be best for that? Saturday or Friday?
Probably Friday night's the best time. That way they can talk because they'll be getting ready for their fight on Saturday.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna check that out, man. And
yeah,
yeah,
I think. I mean, it could be a really good, interesting podcast. Sitting down interviewing them beforehand, and you're gonna be shocked the views you get because they both the two TikTokers. They both got over 500,000 followers.
really.
So that's a lot of folks.
Have they got any fights under their belt yet? Or is
Yeah, neither one of them's had a. Both of them has fought kickboxing, but neither one of them's actually boxed.
Okay, so this is
just strictly boxing. This is just strictly boxing rules.
Okay, so
now the plan is because one's like 160 something, the other's 180. The plan is the one's going to come down a little bit in weight, the other one's coming up in weight, and we're going to have them fight each other down the line.
Yeah.
And that is going to be that's going to be insane because both of them have a huge following on TikTok. Both of them.
Right. Yeah. Social
media.
If
you get a chance, check out the real Jimmy Mooney.
Okay.
Or the Crazy Hillbilly.
Okay, Crazy Hillbilly, Jimmy Mooney, and I've got the flyer. I've got the picture of it you sent me, and I'm gonna put
both of them are on the flyer, I think.
Okay.
If not, I'll send you another one where both of them are on. I think both of them are on the flyer.
Okay, so when I get down there, I tell them I know Butterbean personally, and they'll let me right in.
Hey, I tell you what, if you're gonna do a thing, I'll get you a ticket. If you're gonna come, I'll get you.
It would be a good one. I know anything you're gonna have hands in, it's gonna be great.
But yeah, the promote, it's only like I think General Miss tickets like $15. I mean, it's gonna be a sold out event, no doubt. It's gonna be sold out. People's gonna be mad that they didn't bought their tickets ahead of time.
Yeah. Hey, one more thing before I get going. Do you remember fighting the Moonson MMA at the Boutwell Auditorium?
The Moosin fights?
Yes.
Yeah, I help promote them. Why?
My brother Adam was the MMA fighter or MMA announcer for Strike Force MMA.
Right.
And Bruce Buffer did like the big cards. My brother did the other cards, and he said he actually called you in.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, Bruce is a good friend of mine, and Michael. Michael's does the boxing. Bruce does MMA, but they're both good friends of mine.
See, my brother Adam Gibbs, he's the one that would have called you in.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, that's what he was telling me. He said Butterbean's a good guy, man. He's a good dude. And yeah.
I try to treat people like they treat me. I try to treat people correct.
Yeah. Well, I think it's showing you're from the country. And you still, I mean, I appreciate you more than you know for coming on this podcast.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it, man. It tells a lot about you, what kind of person you are. I appreciate it.
Well, I try to help everybody out. I get so many requests for podcasts, it's crazy. I mean, you'd be shocked.
So who was the final one? It was like, will you go on his podcast, please? Or was it you just saw it and you're like, okay, my God, I'll give in.
No, well, I'm promoting the fights. I'm trying. I've knocked out probably 30 podcasts in the last 3 or 4 days.
Really? Okay.
I get that many offers. I probably get 10 or 12 a week, maybe 15.
All right. Is your buddy doing better?
He's a little bit better. He's got a long way to go.
Yeah. Everybody out there.
Check out Josh from Moonshiners is my friend. He's been on the show for like 10, 11, 12 years.
Oh, yeah.
And he hit the wall doing 100-something mile an hour. So it messed him up pretty. He's just lucky to be alive.
Yeah. So we need to ask for prayers on him. I mean,
without doubt, every little bit helps.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, all the prayers we can get for him. And, man, I hope he makes a full recovery and gets back out there and making that moonshine.
I hope so.
Yeah. So I appreciate
I appreciate it. Hopefully, hey, let me know if you're going to be able to make it tonight.
I will. I'm going to text you. It'll be
tomorrow night.
It's going to be the best.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir. See you, bud.
Bye-bye.